Hey, this is my friend Todd,
How you doing?
an longtime EV owner.
That's right.
Very interesting guy. Okay, first question. What led you to EVs?
Well, a coworker and I were kind of got into conversation about it, mainly because of the cost of gasoline.
Okay.
Gasoline at the time kept rising and rising, and it's like, well, isn't there a better way to beat the gas pump and so it kind of started from there with
Really? I didn't know that part.
yeah.
Okay.
So we both were looking at what was out there, and Nissan Leaf was fairly new out. There weren't a whole lot of choices. So
Okay.
and they had a special deal on Nissan Leafs at that time, lease deals. So that kind of led us we kind of spurred each other on to do it.
Okay, I never heard that part, but okay.
Yeah.
I know that you were typically going through cars a lot because of your kids.
Yeah, and of course with the limited range on those, you kind of knew it was just a city car. So
On the Leaf.
on the Leaf. So you had to have another car in the family that you would be able to use.
Okay.
It was strictly a commuting car for work and around the
Yeah.
city, but in that respect, it was really perfect, especially for the price back then.
That's true. They actually have, I thought they had lease deals on Leafs now too.
I think that I just saw that they were having another special
Yeah.
lease.
I know some guys in
Specials.
Colorado were talking a lot about being under $200 a month, but
Yeah,
that's Colorado deal.
it's still pretty limited range though,
Okay.
I believe. I mean,
The new Nissan Leafs, I think they're closer to 250.
close to 200. Yeah,
Something like that.
there is a long range one, I think. I
Battery
think there's
size.
another,
maybe.
there's another configuration, but so that one's probably a little more expensive too.
Could be. I haven't looked at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. All right. We already talked about this a little bit, but what are your two most favorite features of either your car or your manufacturer?
Let's see. So
And you have a VW
ID4, and I got the very first ones that came out. So they were the ones
Do you have a first edition badge?
not a first edition, but they were built in Germany.
Just after the
Mine was-
first edition.
Yep,
Okay.
just after the first edition. So it was a German vehicle are built in Germany. And now
Yes.
they're built in Chattanooga, I believe, Tennessee.
Chattanooga, yes.
So with that, I think my favorite features, I do like the infotainment configuration. It's the connecting to my phone.
Oh,
All seems-
Android Auto?
Yep, Android. It
Okay.
also has CarPlay, I believe. So, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I'm not sure about
I don't remember what.
I'm not sure. I think it does, but anyway, it works great with my phone, and I like one of the things that I like is you get in the car and you drive. You don't have to push any buttons or anything. You just turn it to drive, and it
You
goes.
turn what?
The little knob.
The
There's
shifter.
The shifter. That's it. You don't have to push the on button or anything. You just sit
So you
down.
have phone key?
I think it's just it's not the phone.
You have a key fob.
The key fob, I
Okay.
guess. Once you're sitting there.
So you do the key fob to open the door, and then you get in.
Well, you
shift and
get
go.
to the door and it's unlocked
Okay.
and all that. So
Oh, it reads. Okay.
so it knows you're coming up. And all that's configurable, I'm sure, where you can whether you want it to do that or not. Whether you want it to, when you sit in the seat, the radio turns on when you sit in the seat. It turns.
Does it
on.
have the profiles?
Yeah, it has profiles.
Okay.
So.
You're catching up to Tesla. Oh no.
Yeah, it doesn't have the self-driving capabilities or anything, but it does have the lane assist and all that good stuff.
Okay, lane center.
Yeah.
The lane, I think called lane assist. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so what 2 features you don't really care for?
Well, back to the infotainment is a little slow.
Okay.
So that's still, and I read that was an issue before, and
Yeah.
it is still kind of an issue. The other thing, and it's not a specific, it's more because it was one of the first ones coming out. There were a lot of growing pains. They've discovered a lot of the issues, and so a lot of recall stuff. And getting recall stuff fixed was an issue because they either couldn't get the parts in or didn't have, I don't know if didn't have the technicians to be able to do it. Anyway, it always seemed to be an issue when I got to the
so I heard 2 things. One is they were trying to make their software division named Cariad go across all the various VW brands, and they didn't like talking to each other.
Okay.
So there was some
that kind of makes sense.
And then the second thing was that they had to have technicians with laptops go out to each car to upgrade or upload the software onto the car.
Yeah. Well, now they can do over the air, so
they're
that's
catching up.
improved.
Okay,
That's
good.
better. Yeah. The one issue was like the door handles. The water could ingress into the door handles. That was a recall.
Okay.
And going to the dealership, well, we're having a hard time getting door handles in.
Getting the parts.
But then I went in for my 30,000 mile check, and somehow they had hey, we got some door handles. We'll put them in for you, okay? Yeah, that would be good.
Okay.
So maybe it's because I dealt with that person many times, and they knew me, and
they got tired of you.
Yeah, I got tired. She was like, "Oh, I'll help him out."
I know that Volkswagen dealer. The people there were very, very nice. The service people were very nice.
Yeah, it was a little frustrating because it's like, well, you've got this recall thing, but they're not going to be able to do it.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Okay. What feature would you like to add to your car?
Oh, self-driving would be cool.
I didn't know you had that option.
I don't think I do, but we're talking theoretically.
Theoretically? Okay. I'll buy that.
Other features? Let's see. What other features?
I guess
more range.
More
but
range?
That's
what is your range?
It is on 100%. They say it's 249.
How far have you ever gone?
I've gone to Dallas, but I've stopped in Waco because I don't want to get to Dallas and then go, oh shit, oops.
Okay.
Can I say shit on here?
You already did.
Oops.
It's a family channel, please.
Okay, sorry. So get to Dallas and then have trouble trying to charge, especially since I hadn't done it before. Now I might be better, but I did go. One thing that concerned me is I went to Horseshoe Bay. A friend of mine has a ranch out near Horseshoe Bay, which is only 60 miles. Yeah, 60 miles. And went there and back, and I was pretty much out. Needed to recharge. Of course, I had only done 80%, but still, it seemed like going 120 miles shouldn't have
used more energy than you expected.
More than I expected. But I don't know. It's hard to. And I'd also would like the dealership to have been able to, on that last service, say, yeah, here's what your batteries are looking like. But you said there was a feature that allows you.
Well, there's a website.
So I need to try that.
Recurrentauto.com. I think it is.
So I need to try that.
So you sign up and you just tell them what your car is and give them permission to look at it. And they'll send you a monthly report.
I'll have to sign up for that.
Okay,
Try it out. Is there a cost for that?
It's free.
That's perfect for me.
No, they're not sponsored. I mean, it's nice to have that feature where it gives you the confidence that you know where your battery sits.
Yeah, I would like to know that. So.
Okay. Yes, that's a free. You just sign up and it does a once a month check. And it gives you an idea of how much you've been charging, stuff like that.
How does it check? It has a.
Well, it should have all the data in the car.
Oh, okay. They have a way to get the data. Huh.
Well, unless your car doesn't share data.
I guess it will. I don't.
I have a Tesla, so that's the way I look at it. But sure. You have the data. Here it is.
I'll try it and see.
Anyway, I do know that they said Volkswagen will support it.
Okay.
I don't know what it would tell you other than give you an idea how healthy your battery is.
Yeah.
And give you an estimate on what range.
Oh, okay.
Now, next time you make this trip, if you go again, they do have charge point in Cedar Park. If that helps out.
There's also some in Horseshoe Bay.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
That I noticed. But actually, my friend has on this ranch they built the house. They put in a 220. So.
Well, just don't get out of the way.
So I can plug in there.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. Next question is, if you could have any EV, what would it be?
Ooh.
The question actually says car, but
yeah. Well, I'd
like to have a Bugatti.
The Lucid seems like
the Lucid. You were talking about Lucid before, Joe.
Yeah, I went and drove that one.
Oh, you did?
It was very tempting. I was very tempted to get, but it's like I don't need a car right now.
Okay.
I mean, it was a 2024.
Okay. I did look at it. I think it's been through 3 owners already.
Yeah.
Like,
it did.
Okay, it's just like I drive so much and then get rid of it.
It was kind of weird. I'd asked. Somebody had traded it in because they wanted a newer. I thought she said Lucid, but which seems kind of weird for a Mercedes-Benz to trade it into them. But
maybe they offered to buy it and they got a decent price.
Maybe so. I don't know.
Okay.
That car's gone now, though, so I don't know if they wholesaled it off.
I have a feeling it wouldn't last very long.
Well, I think if they have them for a certain amount of time, they just wholesale them off.
Get rid of it.
They don't want to be in the, oh God, we're gonna discount this car.
Okay. All right. So anyway, Lucid Air.
Yeah, I mean, if I could get any, it'd be like the Grand Touring, whatever the big one.
They had one that was Sapphire.
Sapphire is the really
Lucid Air
one.
Sapphire.
Yeah, I mean, if it cost, yeah, you'd have to insure.
If you didn't have to
if
worry
I didn't
about
have to worry about
anything,
insurance and all that would be the one probably. Cause
so when
like
your wife started making $1 million a year.
Yeah, exactly. 850 horsepower or something.
Was it that much?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, that's actually a pretty good choice.
I've heard good things.
All right, I guess we already touched on this question, but what did you know about EVs 10 years ago?
So I had the Nissan Leaf 10 years ago. So it was a 2013.
That's actually 12 years ago.
Yeah, so we had the EV back then. There probably weren't too many other choices. Well, Tesla was out by then.
Tesla was out. There's actually other choices that were available.
There was the Mitsubishi whatever, which was like a go-kart. It looked like a go-kart. I mean, not a go-kart, a golf
didn't have
cart.
a hood.
It
was very short.
Yeah, it looked like a golf cart. So
and it surprised me.
And the wheels were 12
small?
inches or something. They were small. I was like, yeah, that one I don't think would do the trick. But I think that was probably one of the first ones available, right? I mean,
I don't know.
I think it was because.
I
And the BMW, the i3 came
the
out
i3,
too,
whatever
right?
it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
the little short, stubby thing.
Yes.
Of
And
course,
some people who had those swear by them.
Yeah, and the Volt. I guess the Volt, but the Volt wasn't all EV. Volt was
I thought there was another shit, but I don't remember. I mean, now that I'm hearing about later, like, oh wow, I didn't know all this stuff was around at that time.
Yeah.
You could have got a Volkswagen Eagle,
That's right. Eagle,
which would have been not too dissimilar from your lease.
probably.
But, okay, I mean, depends how you look at it. Wow. All right, Todd, we've been all over the place, and thank you.
Yep.
So, do you have any final thoughts on? Oh, you've already asked about Robotaxi.
Yeah,
And Waymo.
There's an ID Buzz just drove by. VW ID Buzz. I just think it's exciting what's coming. I think it'll improve. Things are gonna improve. There'll be one thing is it should have happened a lot sooner than it did. I think but I mean, to fight against the oil companies and the big automakers.
You are in the oil and gas state.
Oil and gas is like king, and
yes. Although you're also in the state that has the most wind power, I think.
Is that right?
And at least at one time, the most solar generation. At one time, Texas was leading both those categories.
So I think it's and yeah, looking forward to the driverless or you're more of a
the Tesla Robotaxi or the Waymo.
Well, either
autonomous.
Autonomous vehicles. Yeah, it's gonna get there sometime. I don't know if we'll live to see it. Probably not, but I think there'll be more available.
Oh no, you'll see it.
Yeah. I mean, we already see them running around.
When are they going to open up to us people who don't live in the central Austin area?
Yeah, there is
it's
cost associated with expanding it probably, but it's not. Yeah, it's not a.
Yes.
I just wonder what the injury lawyers how they're gonna adjust. What are the new commercials going to be? They're going to try to sabotage all the autonomous vehicles.
I think it has more to do with, but it can only go so far and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think it should improve. I know a lot of people are concerned that, how can you trust being in something that you're not in control of, or you're trusting.
Trusting soulless software.
Right, software to handle things, and so.
Which I understand, but I have FSD in my car, so
Yeah.
I drive FSD almost all the time.
Yeah, I understand too, but I think we fly in airplanes.
And there's some autonomy there.
Yeah.
I mean, you still have pilot and the co-pilot who are watching over it all the time.
But you're flying in a tube up way up high in the sky. That's
Wait, are you afraid of flying?
No, I'm not. But some people are.
Okay.
It's kind of like flying on the ground, right? When you're trusting something, the software and the vehicle, right? You're trusting the vehicle to do it too. The hardware and the software are working together.
That's true.
But I think the improvements are going to come. And
I think they're already kind of.
Yeah, it's good.
There's more improvement to be made. But
it's getting much better.
But okay, I mean, I see that, and that's why I tell people, if you're really good at FSD, you really should start small, start in a quiet place.
Oh yeah.
Get used to what FSD is doing, and then expand.
Yeah, you got to get comfortable with. I mean, that's the way with anything. You got to get comfortable with it. I think people will get comfortable with it, but there's a lot of naysayers. So.
Yes. There's always going to be those
They're
people.
always going to be, yep.
Okay.
Very
Sounds good. Thank you, Todd.
Yep, you bet.
All right. So I hope you enjoy this interview with Todd. It's always interesting talking to him, you know? But the reason for asking what led you to EVs and what did you know 10 years ago about EVs is always enlightening to me. You know, I kind of knew they were doing it, but I didn't know exactly what they're up to. And I knew when they had the Leafs, although it's still a city car. Anyway, thank you, Todd. I really appreciate you taking the time. And wow, I mean, so many different things. Anyway, for those of you who are very anti VW, I mean, for the people who have VW ID4s and they like it, I get it. I mean, it seems like a very nice car. It's just, yes, the software updates are a little bit laggy, but you know, if you like it, you like it. And what he described, like, oh, okay, that sounds pretty cool, actually. Okay, whatever. So there's that part. Going back to the gas prices, when I Googled it, it said gas prices were on average $3.43 back in 2012. Okay, so yeah, they were up there. I mean, right now it's $2.54 out to QT on off of New Hope, which is the one I usually look at. So there's that part. Okay. So for those of you who want to get into the more finer details, yes. So this was recorded at Whole Foods Domain in Austin, out on the second floor balcony. So you have Texas Loop 1 or Mopac, depending on how you want to call it, and cars are going by. Yeah, there's some noise from that. There was some guy pushing carts, and you hear that. Yeah, there's some noise, but my feeling was Todd, in the way he talks, he speaks fairly clearly, so you should be able to hear him pretty well. Even I, you could hear what I was saying too. So I don't think that was too much of a problem. And yes, the ICE vehicle that went by, what do you want? They're driving a gas-powered vehicle. They got to prove they can make noise. Okay, anyway. So all in all, I think it came out fairly well. I mean, most interviews I do are actually done in the car, right? So whatever. I hope you find it interesting. I certainly did. And yeah, sometime I need to talk to his buddy too, see what his buddy has to say about it. They're both so entertaining. But anyway, onward upward charge.